and this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida. I have skins made from the paint that I wiped off my spatula that I use a dog food bag, a couple kinds of them, and I have cut some pieces out of them. They're as shiny as the inside texture of the dog food bag. I have cut some pieces out, and I don't know which ones I'll use or not, but those are some of the pieces. I also have some acetate. I'm not sure why that one's there, but I've cut them out and they're ready to go. I also have 16 by 20 inch pre-primed black canvas, and I'll just show you really quickly. I mean, I was messing around with this for more than an hour and it was getting a little frustrating, so I'm just going to do it. That's what I've got so far. I don't know where it's going to go from there. I may grab them from behind me. My inspiration today is from Jane Davies. She's another Fine Art America artist. And I want to make a black top. And it's just kind of a stripy, I don't know where that went. I saw it, there it is. I got you. It's not going to make any difference. The skins are very textured. I let all kinds of things fall into them, so it's definitely not about anything being particularly smooth today. There is GAC 800 and Floetrol as my paint pouring mixture for the Meeden black that I'm using right now. And if I don't include the recipe, you can always ask me in comments or on my community board on my channel. Either way. So I wanted to make a background, and I've got a mixture of Floetrol and GAC 800 that I usually add paint to, but this time I think I'll just use it as glue and hope for the best, because Floetrol will help level things and GAC 800 will help keep things from cracking. I don't really want to put my fingers in this right now because I found that the Meeden black paint is very much like enamel, which is almost like nail polish. It does not want to come off of my skin anymore. It used to come off. It seemed like it did anyway. Maybe I was just being optimistic. So I still want to do that across the top. I'm going to steal a little bit of paint, put it on with my spatula, and go from there. I should have just put it all the way down, but I want to take and do a few things, like take some of my hot orchid and some of my Amsterdam black and Aussie Floetrol, which is really thick, and maybe a little bit of the white, Amsterdam white. And the Pebeo iridescent gold is mixed with Atelier rich gold and pale gold. I think any one of those three things would work for you fine. The background is not as important as getting those skins to stick down. So my inclination is to start now. But I want to get a few more colors on. That is the Cerulean blue. This is deep amethyst. And I'm hoping that things will stay wet. I'm just going to keep using my spatula until I start to get some colors in the background. And hopefully they'll still be damp enough for me to stick things to. Being called to some orange. That was a combination of Big Apple and Orange Crush. They're both Prizm pours. There is a 20% off coupon code underneath Show More for Color Art products. I'm an affiliate, so if you shop there, you help me out. I'm going to throw a little, that was sour lemon with a little bit of Orange Crush, both Prizm pours. This is Tuscan Sun. I promised myself I would use some of that Floetrol GAC 800 mix, but so far I'm not that inclined. I will try and get myself to use it now. I'm going to use it with a basting brush, a silicone basting brush. Just pour it out. And the Floetrol will make things a lot more matte, but I'm not really too worried about it. The paint will stick anything down. Of that I have no doubt. I have more colors. I may want to add something now. Got some Fandango. Let's do the Cerulean blue again. I want some more deep amethyst too. Although, here's the Royal Galaxy. Fandango is another Prizm pour. That did not belong. I think I'm going to want a little bit more of the Hot Orchid right over here. I don't know how Hot Orchid will stay, the color will stay on a black canvas. I am going to use, what did I do with the white? I made my white disappear. Well, let's use something else, like Chantilly Lace. And I've got another bottle of Amsterdam White, so I'll use it. But the gremlins are at large. Wow, that's weird. So I'm going to use a little bit more of that. The white, and I like the gold with the white. It makes some amazing cells sometimes. There's the white lying down. You saw it and you didn't tell me. Go figure. Must be something about the distance between us. Okay, a little bit more. And we'll see if I can force myself to stick some things down to this. I think I want a little more orange. All right, let's get in there. Let's see what I can do. That one's got a fold in it. I wanted some more gold. Do I have to make it go away? I don't. I can leave colors behind if I want to. There are no rules. I'm making it up as I go along. thought about, I guess I've used Mod Podge before. The paint does tend to bubble sometimes, but there's some spaces. I'm kind of liking this actually. I did bring myself, I cut myself a piece of Reynolds freezer paper with silicone on one side and then promptly put it down somewhere. It's one of those days. So when you do this, you might want to check both sides because both sides can be very interesting. That one's not so interesting. And after this is over, I probably will try and... I've got a roller. Where did I put it? It's all here somewhere. There. I thought I saw it. Oh well, so I'm having one of those days. I'm liking the choices. I think I ought to see if I can grab something from the canvas behind me. Like I said, I have a little plexiglass roller here somewhere. I'm just giving the impression of how unorganized I really am, and it's pathetic. I'm just going to keep working though. You got to be careful because they will stick to themselves. But they will also stick down to anything moist. So I need some paint on part of that to overlap that. I actually have a weird funky cloud and I'm still contemplating whether I'm going to use it or not. I suppose I could show you before the paint dries, that is. I guess it's there to stay. I guess I liked it enough. I have a little bit more. I suppose I could, oh, that was prettier on the other side. Darn. I've got a bubble. I'm liking my compositions all right. I'm thinking about putting something up there. I guess I should have trusted myself that I'd figure it out as I go along, because I'm inclined to want to set things up in advance sometimes. And this was one of those times, but I'm not unhappy with what I've got at all. It's kind of fun, for sure. If I have a small square, I might want to go in here. I have some dry basting brushes. I wonder if they'd work to help push them down. I'm almost done, pretty sure. This is, if you can tell, the texture is from pulling it up off of the silicone mat that I have underneath my spinner. Well, that was fun. Am I done? I'm not sure. I have a couple more pieces and I'm thinking of using them. I've got this spot over here that I either want some paint in or I need to put another piece of... I've got my scissors, or I had my scissors. There are my scissors. Wow, cool. I think I'm just going to cut one of these. To fit in that spot. That's pretty cool. Do I want to use the last one? I kind of do. I like that I put paint in the background. If I want anything else, I can put it across the bottom and trim it off. I kind of want to do that, but I'm going to have to trim it in half. So just grab a little more Floetrol GAC mix. It's also got some black paint in it now, but wow. So I do sell my artwork. That camouflaged itself so well. I'm thinking I've got an interest in continuing in spite of the fact that I'm probably going to run out of time. But I've got extra pieces and serious interest in using them. And why not, really? Where else? Right there. I got some weird little drag marks, but I think it's going to be okay. Straighten that out a little bit. Kind of reminds me of some kind of really surreal cityscape. I've got a gold orb too. So if you guys would give me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And if you ever wonder if this paint will come off this canvas, it really won't come off very easily. I take my word for that. If you've ever left skins on a dry canvas, you'll have learned that the hard way. Oops. So when you're pressing these down, if you have holes like I do, be aware that you might have to wipe some paint off if you don't like the result. So there's my cityscape. I wonder where that little sun went. Or moon. We could call it a moon. I found it. We could do a moonrise. Like right there? I think so. I definitely think so. Whoops. Let's just hide it right there. Hide it among the buildings. Why not? And then I'm going to go through and look for places to stick down. But mostly, even if you have loose edges, they're not coming up. Once you stick them down, they're down. Unless they're really raised, in which case all bets are off. It is a collage, and there's no perfection. Not in this. Alright, I love you guys. Hope you take care of each other, take care of yourselves. I'm going to make sure that's stuck down. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That was a lot more fun than the practice session beforehand, I want to tell you what. Thank you for being here. If you decide you'd like to come again, I post at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's pretty cute. I have 2 books on my Amazon link on my link tree below Show More, along with Teespring. Spring clothing is below the video, along with Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, Facebook groups, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group is for students. My email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com. I do sell my artwork. I give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. I really appreciate you guys giving me a thumbs up when you share my videos and watch them. The longer you help me out, I'm down to my last minute. Please look at my community board if you are interested in finding out what tomorrow's video is most nights. Please leave me comments. Questions are fine. Happy to help if I can. Thank you guys for the PayPal donations. They help keep me buying art supplies and bringing you more tutorial videos on YouTube. So I really appreciate that. If you'd like to join, there's a library for members for free. There's over 30 videos there, and there will be more soon. There's also a thanks option. It's all helpful.